Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm doing my full review of the Magicshine Mj906s. If you're looking for an ultra powerful, long-lasting 4500 lumen light for your bike, this video is for you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And let's get into this video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the specs and features of this light, mounting options and accessories offered with it, price, and my final thoughts. So let's get into the specs of the Magicshine 906s. This is going to have a max output of 4500 lumens. The four output ratings are going to be 4500, 2500, 1800, and 800 lumens, obviously each having its own individual run times. It does feature a 3-element style headlight with a spotlight, a floodlight, and a daytime running light. And you can cycle through a variety of modes to have just the daytime running, the floodlight and daytime running, the spotlight and daytime running, as well as obviously all 3 elements at the same time. They do have flash modes as well. If you are running this on its max output of 4500 lumens with the included 10,000 milliamp battery, you are going to get a runtime of 2.5 hours. And this is going to be a great option for e-bike riders as well, because you can just buy essentially just the head, and it is compatible with all Bosch, Shimano, and Yamaha systems, but you do have to get a proprietary cable for those e-bikes. This is an aluminum housing head, so it's going to be nice, lightweight, and durable with a built-in heatsink to keep the headlight cool. So as far as run times go, your high is going to be, like I stated, 2.5 hours at 4500 lumens. Then you're going to get all the way up to 17.5 hours at the lowest 800 lumen output with consistent on. In your flash modes, you're going to be between 4 hours and 8.5 hours. The battery bank has a USB-C input and output, so you can charge other devices with this as long as you have the appropriate cable. It does have a built-in battery indicator as well. So if you have some remaining juice while riding, you can use this as an emergency battery backup. Now let's get into mounting options and accessories. This Magicshine system is going to utilize the Garmin style quarter turn mount. They do include in this kit mounts for your battery bank with straps to go underneath any of the tubes, or you can place into a frame bag. Then it's going to come with a handlebar strap with a variety of strap widths, so it'll fit any size of bar. You can simply turn this on and off of your handlebar so you can quickly mount it and take it off. The nice thing with this system is that you can buy multiple extra of these mounts so that you can basically use one light on a variety of bikes without having to mess with a annoying handlebar strap each time. As well as you can get a battery cable extender. This is so you can mount the battery to your helmet on the helmet mount that you can option as well. This is going to allow you to put the light on top of your head so that when you're looking around corners or riding at night, especially on trail, you can illuminate the path that you're trying to see because it's mounted where obviously you're looking. So this is going to be an awesome upgrade kit so that you can do that, and then you can place the battery in a camelback or a backpack. Now let's get into price. Price for the complete system, including the battery pack, is going to be $199. Now you can just purchase the light itself at $99. You're going to have to buy the appropriate cable kit for your e-bike if you want to just run this with your e-bike. The helmet mount and the extension cable are both $949 each. It is $1329 for an additional handlebar mount, which obviously is going to come with multiple straps, and your appropriate e-bike compatible cable is going to be $950 as well. So now let's get into my final thoughts. This is hands down the most powerful light I've ever tested or owned, and my comparison unit that I've tested recently was the Olight Alti 2000. Now this thing outputs way more light than that does. You can see here at night the range from the 800 and slowly stepping all the way up to the 4500 lumen range, and how much that really illuminates the trail without me changing any camera settings. So this mounted to my handlebar really does actually light up the trail very, very well. The flood combined with the spotlight feature gives you a nice bright center, but you still get a nice wide beam on the shoulders, so that even though if you don't have this mounted on your helmet, it still does kind of look around the corner for you and does give you a good amount of confidence. Now, this setup I think is ideal for me in this configuration. I did basically put this battery bank every single time into my Kai Venture wedgie frame bag on my Poseidon Redwood, and that's pretty much where it lived. Mounting this underside the top tube you can do, it comes with straps, but I'd rather have it in a bag. I just prefer that. It's less noisy, and it's not going to rub the paint on your bike or cause any potential scratches or damage. But they do include a nice rubber pad on the bottom side so it doesn't do that. So this rubber pad was definitely a great addition. I was happy to see it on there. The headlight itself, if you do have it on the 4500 lumen setting, you do want the bike moving. It obviously does generate a decent amount of heat, and it does dissipate very quickly, but if you do stop for a very long time, I definitely recommend to turn the lumens down and not waste your battery and help keep that head cool because there's no air going by it. So I think if you're looking for a very high output, very well thought out system with a very high quality machining and build quality, I think this is a great option for you. So obviously, I definitely would recommend this for your trail riders looking for a really bright light to give them that confidence for riding at night, especially for longer times. Again, that 2.5 hours at 4,500 lumens, that's quite a bit of juice. And obviously if you drop that down, you're gonna extend that range. Your bike packers or tourers, this is basically a light that you can bring once, not worry about charging it and knowing it's gonna last you potentially a couple of days if you're just using it for short stints at night. And you have the additional feature of the battery bank when you're at camp or at a hotel that you can charge off of if need be or in emergency pinch. The other thing that I would have liked to try, and maybe I will in a future video, is see if how long this light lasts with their smaller battery options that they do have, or if those are compatible. I wasn't sure, wasn't able to confirm that prior to filming this video, but they do have smaller battery banks that I think would be a great option for me, not needing to use this 4,500 lumen output for that long, and just that 1,500 lumen with a smaller battery bank I think would be cool. The one downside I've found for this light itself, to be honest, is it does use a proprietary connector to mount to the battery, so you can't just run this off your standard high output battery bank. I understand they probably can't do that because of the juice required, but I'd like to see an option for that, even if it was to reduce the maximum output for this light, so you can use it with a standard mil battery bank. The other thing that I had mentioned in prior light videos is I wish that I could figure out a mode to where I could have the daytime running light blink while having the two lower lights on consistently. So you basically have a blinker with a floodlight and spotlight all going off at once. As far as I know, you can only have everything on, and you can't have the lower two on consistent high beam with this in a blink mode. But besides that, I've been really happy with this light. It hasn't had any issues. It charges up relatively quick for how big that battery bank is, and I've had no issues with it. If you want to pick one up for yourself, you can use the affiliate link in the description below. It really does help with the channel, but by no means has Magicshine paid me to do this review. This is my own independent thoughts, but it does really help with the channel. So thanks for sticking around for the end of the video so you can get that deal if you want to pick up any of the Magicshine lights for yourself. So lastly, if you haven't subscribed already, I really appreciate it if you would, and give this video a like. It really does help with the channel, as well as you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, as well as help support Locked In via my Spreadshirt, where I do have my Slow But Look Pro merch, as well as on Pateron, where I do offer cool perks for my top 2 tier levels every single month. And lastly, thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in today. Like tutorials and quick and fix it.